Alright, the updated game room. We're going to do it a little different and just kind of walk in instead of starting in. Got my PSP over here now. PSP in a folder full of games. I'm going to try to show you guys inside. I've done this a little bit different. It's more current gen stuff. Caged up now. We got the Xbox games in there, Xbox 360, PS3. I changed it up because, you know, the games aren't the ones that became retro I left open now, and the ones that are newer gen I've secured so my so-called friends don't steal them. Some of the last PS2 games that will change to PS3 or a newer gen console. Got some of my PSP stuff and DS. So you might ask, why leave those out but everything else is caged up, and couldn't somebody steal the entire cage? Well, I'm not worried about somebody breaking into my house and stealing from me. That's not why they're locked up. It's because of my friends. Lately, I've narrowed it down. I know who it is, but they're borrowing games and not returning them. And even worse, the reason I had to do this, I'm finding when I go to play a game, I haven't played it in years and stuff. It's just the case. And I have so many games, as you guys, some of you guys do and know. Let me see if you can get into there and see some PS3 and stuff. And that's just horse crap, I think, you know, and it happens with movies lately too, and I go to watch it and it's gone and I can't find it, there's no explanation, so nobody's allowed to crash over, and I've really got it narrowed down. So, man, it's not even cool. Over here we got some GameCube games. This whole thing slides in and that's how you lock it up. This is a little creation I made myself, but I can slide this out right here. And then you got your Wii games, and you can slide it over. There's more GameCube games and stuff. This thing's completely full. So once I get more games in my collection, which is inevitable, I'm going to have to find something else, which is a constant struggle for space, and it's part of the fun, I think. Last time you guys just saw my Xbox collection. We did get our cases. I'm going to do an update. All the stickers have been removed except for those pesky spine stickers. 2, one of my favorite fighting games, has been for a decade. Poster I got in a trade. PS1 box that I found at a thrift store, and I decided to just kind of mount it up for the fun of it. I don't need any more PS1, so it'll just stay in the box. Nice poster. Some NES of my box complete games. And then a couple just empty boxes, which I do plan on getting games for those. Most of them are common on the cheap. And the Battletoads box, that's where the boxes begin. The rest on this side are filled with games. The rest on this side after Battletoads and on are just the box, except for these 3 are the game. I just needed to balance out the shelf so it didn't collapse, so because that would put so much weight on the right side. So, you know what I'm saying. But these right here where my hand is are boxes. I do plan on getting all these. Nothing's for trade out of this, except for Battletoads, which is already traded off to Pirate. Alright, sorry about the glare there. Got some Atari pedals. Mega Man pouch where I keep my Neo Geo and Neo Geo games in, you know. Poster to cover up the window here. A couple different poster creation put together. Got a monitor here so I can play my Dreamcast on the monitor. And then another regular TV for those old school retro games that I love so much. VCR for my Action Max, and to watch VHS tapes back here. And then I got my TurboGrafx 16. Sure, some of these posters. Super Street Fighter 4. Really cool poster I like. The Marvel vs. Capcom 2 poster that has pretty much every character. Not official or anything. This is one of those Chinese bootleg sort of things. Little Metroid pull out from a Nintendo Power. Here's my Action Max. I love this thing. I got 2 guns and all the stuff that goes with it are in that drawer. Here's some of the cords and stuff for game systems that I play out here. One of those cool transparent 64s and my personal deck model NES. I brought a light this time to help. This is my Sega Saturn US long box complete collection. That first black one without the end label, somebody took those off or whatever, that's Die Hard Arcade, and it has the book and the back, it just doesn't have the sides. And that one right there is X-Men Children of Atom. It's the same, or Children of the Atom, excuse me, same thing. Book's there, game back, the little spine things are gone. And more into my complete. That's the entire Virtua Fighter collection that I just had the discs left over, so I made a little collection and some of the imports and stuff. You can't really see some of this stuff. Let me get the light on. This right there, that's my Game Gear pouch, and there's a bunch of Game Boy pouches with old Game Boy SPs and whatnot in them. Alright, my Sega Saturn Model 1. It has the oval type of buttons with the Sega logo right here instead of right here. I like that one a lot. I got the Famicom, or regular Famicom right there, and then you got your PS1, first model with the little hookups in the back there, the AV, GameCube with the Game Boy player on it, and then in the back, one of my new favorite consoles I got on a trade here on YouTube, the Atari 7800. Here are my books for my non-complete games or game and book games that I'm missing the cases for. I used to throw them away when I was a kid. So stupid. I just got this in a trade, and that's really cool. Then I got, you know, PS1, Xbox One, and underneath you got your PS1, Xbox One, PS2, and oh man, total brain fart. PS1, PS2. I guess I could just open. Oh, Neo Geo CD. Okay, I remember. This is your Dreamcast games. These are all my burnt games, my backups and homebrews. Most of them are homebrews or emulators. And then this big book is all my games and books, because when I was a kid and I loved the Dreamcast, I guess I wasn't too much of a kid. When I was a teenager, I didn't save. I only saved the book in the box, or the book in the game, and had a big binder like that. So the first years of collecting Dreamcast in its heyday, I don't have any of the boxes. Here's one of the Halo sets I got, and it's not Halo anymore. I used this for a Game Boy holder. Oh, upside down. Flip it. And still got the stuff, you know, and the journal and everything. And then I sent one of the other ones over to my friend Pirate so he could check it out. This is the box from the set, because I really like it for a Game Boy. It holds, you know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 Game Boy games, and they just right on top, and then you just pull it out, right? And you got your Game Boy Color, your Game Boy Color Pocket, and another Game Boy Pocket, some Game Boy variants that I'm collecting. And I just think it makes a really sharp case, and it's Halo, and I know that's nothing to do with Nintendo, but it's still really cool in my opinion, and I make stuff like this a lot. One of my favorite consoles of all time, all wrapped into one unit. It is great. You got your Genesis, you got your 32X, you got your Sega CD. This is the JVC XI with the 32X add-on. I love this machine. It is a little bit rare, but it's so worth it. Let me get this light so you can see what's underneath. There's a PS2 fat model. Some PS2 games don't work in my slim, so I got the fat and they work fine. Right over here, another GameCube, and then I got an older TV for older game systems that I want to play. So I use this older TV, and it comes in handy. Got a little fan connected to the door so to blow on a couple consoles I used to help. This is an older TV, so I got an RF modulator and a couple other devices so I can plug modern consoles into it if I wanted to, just for a quick test. I know those look like garbage, but that's what that is. And then you got your Sega Master System. This is, I'm pretty sure this is the one that was bundled in with the 3D glasses and everything, because the built-in game is a 3D game. Back over to the new gen system, or new gen game rack. Got my Atari Lynx Model 2, love it. NES top loading console, and then my standard Super NES. I love all these consoles right here. Can't go wrong with any of those. Now over here we got my Master System games and Atari 2600 games, Atari 7800 games in a double. And this is going to change here soon, because I want this to be all Atari games all the way back, and then the Master, it will all follow through. So you got more Master, then it goes into Genesis. Boxed complete games, or just boxed. They're both mixed in there down to here, and then just to have space like a stopper as odds and ends, all kinds of different odds and ends. Got a controller, another controller basket. This clicks off, which is really cool. And then you get down into your Sega CD games. I got a shoebox behind it, just full of cords and stuff for handhelds. Little Koopa there. And then in these drawers right here, We got PS1 games, the completes.